or tag team graphic, you can either send it to wrestlingdaze@gmail.com, or you can send it on Twitter. Either of those I will get to. To be honest, you can send it anywhere as long as you tell me where you send it. So, yes, apologies for the delay, but Wendy Lucho, that's where it can be sent, my friends. Either wrestlingdaze@gmail.com, or it can be sent over to Twitter. I'll take either of those, or Facebook, or wherever, as long as you tell me. Ideally, email or Twitter. Ideally. Right, the one thing I don't know is... first of all, why are Man United so rubbish? And second of all, I don't think there is an Evolve, is there? Oh, I tell you what, though. I've just gone on to WWE, and they do have Saturday night's main event lined up. So Saturday night's main event for international audiences is good to go. So, oh, thank God for that. So at least we know there's not going to be any drama with Saturday night's main event this weekend. Come on. Great news. So that's brilliant. Okay, but we do know that there is drama when it comes to Evolve. So I am going to go over to my VPN. I'm going to be Canadian, maybe. Shall I be Canadian? No, let's just go America. USA, USA, USA. Howdy. Yeehaw. Your mattress 5 for $10. But then there's tariffs. And that means our mattresses are like $100 each. Yeehaw! Guys, I'm American now. Let's go. Tubi. Lovely. Now it's lagging. Oh, have you got a bit of lag again? Have you got a little bit of lag? Ooh, what's this? Women's Extreme. Guys, what's Women's Extreme Wrestling? Has anyone ever seen this? Women's Extreme Wrestling. Oh. Guys. Maybe... What's going on down here? Oh, Jesus, what have I found? Here, head into the ring for the most violent brawls that women's wrestling has ever hosted, where there are no rules, no regulations, and no prisoners taken. Starring Lucy Fur, Christy Ritchie, Annie Social, I do love Annie Social, Sumi Saki, Amy Lee, Angel Orsini. So this is from about 11 years ago. So there we go. About 11 years ago, we've got... look at that. Look at the crowds. Look at the... Look at it, mental. Look at the crowds. Oh my God. Dude, has someone just put a ring in their garage and then, like, I don't know, created, like, a show? The hell's this? Well, she seems pleased, doesn't she? So love that for her. Tubi is just endlessly fascinating. What's this? No, don't play it. In this sexy thriller, Vagina, a young and beautiful high-class call girl works in exotic locales until her boyfriend finds out. I think that's the moment her boyfriend found out. She's like, oh no. She's like, oh, he's found me. And so we've actually captured that moment where it's like, oh God, what's this? Guys, what's going on? My solo desire, what's going on? What's this? My solo desire. A newcomer in a Paris strip club is captivated By a seasoned dancer who becomes her mentor, blowing the yeah. Sex doll. Yeah. Last we got graphic design. Yeah. When reclusive Franklin cheats on a partner with a mysterious girl he meets on a dating app, it becomes the start of a deadly obsession. Oh, really? Oh, God, what's this? Oh, yeah, infidelity. Oh, yeah. Struggling within a passionless... Yeah, that's fine. Oh, God, it'll be you. Yeah. We'll come back to this. Tubi's all right, you know. Tubi's all right. I won't have anything said against Tubi. I actually think watching Evolve on YouTube sucked. Now that I get to experience like how you lot enjoy it, it's so much better. The connection is a lot stronger and everything. So very good. Very good. I'm here for this. I still don't know where it is though. I have not actually found the show Evolve. Let's have a look. Right. Is it ever a stream if Daze doesn't talk about body parts in the first half an hour, says Tom. Well, Tom, you know me. I tried to keep it as clean as possible, but it's this community that keeps dragging me into the gutter. We've got United States versus Sean Combs inside the Diddy trial. I bet that's quite interesting. Tekken. Have we had a look, actually? I think we did have a look last week, didn't we? We had a little look around Tubi. Live TV. What's on live TV? What can we watch right now? Oh, no. No. I don't want you there. How do I get rid of you? Oh, my God. Oh, I can't even cover it. Oh, my God, what's happening? Get off the screen. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Oh, God. Oh, that's just not what we were looking for at all, was it? Oh. Hey, the original ladies of wrestling. Guys, I found some. What's what I found here? This is like Glow. Isn't she out of Glow? Is this Glow? Long-running series showing the athleticism, humour, and various battle styles of the original ladies of wrestling. This is from 1999. No, Glow was... I'm sure she was in Glow. The ladies deal with the organisation's changes in management. Tiffany Mellon. Cheerleading sensation Vicky Victory. Vicky Victory. I love that. She's taken on Debbie Defeat. Yeah, Sally the farmer's daughter. This is Glow, mate. She's in Glow. Sally the farmer's daughter. Why is this not called Glow? Sherry Ann Cher, Corporal K. Has anyone ever watched this? This is from 1988. I swear this is Glow. Can they not call it Glow? Has it got to go by a different name or something? Mate, I so want to watch this. Tubi's alright, you know. Tubi's alright. NXT, old NXT. MJF. A documentary on MJF. Documentary on Kevin Steen. Documentary on El Generico. Lucha Mexico. Documentary on AJ Styles. These all look like flipping YouTube videos. What's 350 days? What's life like for pro wrestling icons Bret Hart, Billy Graham and others? I've never seen this. 350 days. Look at all the people that are in it. T.O., Paul Orndorff, Greg the Hammer. This is like beyond the mat type thing, isn't it? I've never seen this documentary. It came out in 2018. Never even heard about this documentary. Oh, I've seen The Resurrection of Jake. That's really good. Dark Side of the Ring Confidential. Is that the original Batman film? Oh, I might watch that. Mate, I might be a Tubi stan. I actually might be a Tubi stan. I haven't seen Batman in years and years and years and years and years. Oh. La. Daze, search Evolve. Oh yeah, probably should. Good point. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. That sounds like a cool ring name, said Calvin. Vicky Victory. Vicky Victory for the win. Vicky Victory for the dub. Getting the win over Debbie Defeat. Okay, I do have Evolve. I do not have this week's episode yet. It has not dropped. So that is breaking news. This week we have got... what have we got this week? We have got... Oh, I need to take the sound off as well, don't I? We have got Keanu Carver against Harlem Lewis. Now, that's actually going to be quite an interesting match because these are the two big giants of Evolve that they've really been kind of like circling around each other. They've teamed together. They don't like each other. And so now we're going to have them smash against each other. So, yeah, it should be fun, honestly. Looking forward to seeing this show. 2 weeks ago was the show where we had all the drama and we couldn't find it. That sucked. And that turned out to be a really good episode. Last week definitely had some moments, but also I think it sort of ran out of steam a little bit in places. But there's some moments there as well. So here we've got, as we said, Harlem Lewis, Keanu Carver. Other than that, I don't know what we're going to get. We're going to learn together. Hannah, hello, said today is a great day. I'm looking forward to the WEP tomorrow. Did you hear, Hannah, that I got Tommy to shout you out the other week? I told him to shout you out and he did. I think he was actually secretly thrilled that there was someone that was a fan of his. That's the impression I got. When I said Hannah's a fan of yours, he was like, really? I was like, yeah, I was surprised you had one as well. We get to see what the former Punani master and the Boston boy cook up. Well, I can tell you that what will be getting cooked up tomorrow is going to be predictions because I ain't done any yet. So I need to get some done. But yeah, normally we do those a couple of weeks before on the web. We didn't do it last week. So we will do predictions. But you know as well as I know, trying to get Tommy to focus on really anything other than musicals is, a real challenge. So, yeah, even I'm not sure what we'll end up doing, but as a rough outline, I think we're going to need to tackle some predictions with it being Saturday night's main event and Battleground. But knowing Tommy, he'll probably have some boring DVD package as well for us to look at. He'll probably want us to look at his package. Lexis King did a few Evolve shows to help the new guys get some ring time, said Davids. Yes, he did. And Nikita worked, didn't she, as well? I mean, we are seeing NXT talent coming to Evolve. It's good. It's really good. I genuinely said, I really do genuinely enjoy Evolve. It is a show that I get something from. I don't just watch it because I've got nothing else to do. If this show was going to be... I mean, if you think this is the replacement for NXT Level Up, and if ever you watched NXT Level Up, there wasn't really much in the way of storylines. You would, get matches. There'd be a little backstage kind of interview, do you think you can beat such and such tonight? And there'd be sometimes a little story that would be in there. But, I mean, nothing like this. This in its own way is kind of feels like its own brand. So yeah, it is good to see that next wave of talent. I mean, if you watch LFG and you watch Evolve, I think you've got a really good idea of what NXT is going to look like in about 12 months' time. You know, it's going to be this kind of Evolve talent. I mean, we're already seeing Sean Legacy winning on NXT. Sean Legacy already being used on NXT and picking up a victory. So, you know, and we know that LFG talent, that show's finished now. And so those guys have obviously popped up on NXT as well. So we're already seeing LFG feeding NXT. And we're seeing Evolve feeding NXT with Sean Legacy, swipe right. Don't think it'll be that long until we get Kylie Armstrong, or I don't think it'll be that long until we see like a Keanu Carver or a Harlem Lewis. There's quite a few people, like Kendal Gray has already been on NXT, but she's someone that could easily find her way going back. So, I agree. It's good. Can we all stop bickering, said Dortnight, and acknowledge that Liverpool are tribal chiefs? That's actually not true. Man United are tribal chiefs, yeah, and Man United are so generous. They allowed Tottenham to win the final today so that Tottenham could, experience Champions League football. And I just thought that was such a gift. I thought, do you know what? This is the club I love. This is the club I love. We clearly did not play today. We didn't challenge all that much really over the game. I thought we were very flat. And then it dawned on me that we've done this on purpose. We've done this on purpose because we're like, go on, Tottenham. You have a little run in the Champions League. Yeah, you little scamps, like that. And I thought that was so lovely of us to do that for them. So there's only one team I acknowledge, and that's Man United, the team that just keeps on giving. Do you want 3 points? There you go. Have them. Yeah, you have 3 points as well. There you go. No, we don't need any points. You have them. You have 3 points. You want a cup, do you? There you go. There you have it. Have the cup. You want Champions League? Have it. Have it. We are basically like Gandhi. We are. I don't even know what Gandhi really did, to be honest, but we're like Mother Teresa of the football. We give so much. We're such, honestly. Here's Anna. Said, evening, I can't sleep, so I might as well be here. Well, Anna, congratulations. Congratulations, my friends. I was very... you was one of the first people I thought of, actually, when the game finished. I thought, well, at least Anna will be pleased. And then I thought of James, and I was like, oh, man, I'm so glad I'm not around James. And I do think that quite often, actually. But I thought tonight, I was like, well, I'm glad I'm not around James because... I mean, he's a sweary Mary at the best of times. God only knows what it's like right now. So, yeah, Man United losing to Tottenham in a cup final a couple of hours ago. And I wish you all the best, Anna. I hope you have a good run. I wonder what will happen to your manager, actually, Ange. It's interesting, isn't it? He always wins a trophy in the second year, and he's done it again. And there's a lot of people thinking that, they'll part ways with him because of the league thing. Anna, what would you do? Would you part ways with him? Are you talking about that soccer game? Yeah. It was a big one. It was a big final. Not like the Super Bowl, but it was big. I don't even know how many people around the world would have been watching it, but it was a big European final. And they reckon the winning team probably would make about 100 million from winning it and get obviously a trophy, and both teams really needed the win as well. It mattered. It mattered. Man United are so bad because of the Glazer family, said MUFC. Yeah, well, yes, I agree, but I don't think it's only them. I mean, I can't really blame... They have made money available, and that the players that have been brought in have not been good enough, and you can't blame the Glazers for that, You can blame them for not having a better management structure in place, but at the end of the day, the players that have been brought in have not been the right players, and that has killed the club. you do that consistently, you keep spending loads of money on new players and those players rubbish, then, you know, eventually you're going to run out of money and eventually you're going to run out of road and, you know, you're going to end up in a bad situation. And to be honest with you, Man United are in a bad situation. But, yeah, there's got to be a rebuild done there, and they're going to have to do it now without Champions League football, and they're going to have to do it with less money available, and it's a flipping nightmare, to be honest. But they've only got themselves to blame, haven't they? I've got no sympathy. Edward said, I'm thinking of hanging it up in the faction game. My body just can't take it. My body just can't take it anymore. God, your body? Edward can't take it physically? I might hang it up. I don't know, though. I'm just feeling my time might be up. Edward's physical body cannot cope. Cannot cope. Well, listen, for some reason, you tend to be the last person. I think there's extra pressure on going last. I think being that final team is... I think it's a double-edged sword, isn't it? I mean, it's good to know what you've got to beat, but then equally, I was feeling the pressure. I was sat here feeling like, oh my God, I could feel that it was quite tense. So actually, if I was playing, yeah, I can imagine how tense it is. But so you was in the team that went last, and you was the last player. I would say you had more pressure on you than anyone else. So I hope physically you recover, my friend. Trini said, I'm wondering what the freak you're doing to Edward's body. I hope you don't get cancelled. Well, I don't know. I don't know what physically Edward's breaking down because of the faction game. I mean, that's crazy. Bishop said, Daze, I'm sorry. I just don't understand soccer. You play an hour and a half and it ends 1-0. Yeah. But if you think about it, like, that is a big deal, scoring a goal. So, I mean, I don't know in, like, football, I think touchdowns are big deals, aren't they? How many touchdowns do you get in a average football game? 3, 4? I don't know. I'm not sure how many touchdowns you would get in a football game. I mean, so the way to look at it is that this was obviously a very low-scoring game. It was a game where there was the defences were really strong. Certainly Tottenham's, actually. I mean, there was a clearance off the line. Their keeper made a save right at the end of the game as Man United were looking to try and get it. So it's, you know, I think in regards to soccer, it's not about like, oh, just like loads of goals, constant action. Like, that's obviously fun when that happens. But the other side of the game is when you really need that goal and it's 1-0, the other team's going to just put all their players behind the ball. They're just going to defend and do whatever. There's a lot of like digging in. There's a lot of like, come on, can we just find this goal? And, you know, sometimes you don't like tonight, but sometimes you do. Man United famously in 1999 were 1-0 down and then scored in like the 89th minute to make it 1-1, and then got another goal in like the 93rd minute to make it 2-1 and win the game. And it's like, even when you've got those kind of low scoring games, it can provide you those kinds of moments, you know. I think everyone's got their own kind of favourite low scoring type comeback, or, you know, to be honest, you can even have mind blowing 0-0s. You can have games where, like, how the ball has not crossed the line in 90 minutes is like, they had that chance, that chance, that chance, that chance, that chance, that chance, that chance. An amazing save, goal line clearance. How did he header that over the bar? End-to-end action, and it ends 0-0. But it was an amazing game. So it's like, the score can be deceptive, honestly. What I would say about today's game was that it was flat, to be honest. I mean, it wasn't a great game today. So I wouldn't say that today was a great advert for football. But to be honest, if you're a fan of those teams, you're not really looking for a great advert for football. You're just looking for the flipping result, aren't you? You're just looking for the result. So it's a little bit different, I suppose, to like wrestling. With wrestling, we judge the actual matches like, oh, that's good, that's nice, that's a bit off, that blah, blah, blah. You know, whereas here in football, don't care, get the win. I'll take 1-0s. I'll take 1-0s every flipping week if it means we win trophies. I'm not interested in how we do it. Just get the results. Just get the wins, get the results. Although, it's a good point, actually, because there have been teams that have done that, and then you do hear fans kind of moaning it's a bit dull, it's a bit boring. I love the fact we're winning, but I wish the games were a bit more exciting. So, it is true, actually. Even then, even if you are winning, you will still get these little grumbles, but they're quiet, don't get me wrong. Trophies first and foremost, yeah. Spurs deserved it. They got it spot on tonight. They were the better team and the defence was top notch. I think Ange will stay, and if it's the same as this season, he'll go. Well, he'll have to go, won't he? I mean, I think they're like 16th, whatever. I mean, if Man United give Amorim money in the summer and Man United by Christmas are kind of down where they are, I don't know what Man United do. Man United have got a massive problem because they're going to have to give money to their manager who plays a certain way. And if we get rid of him next year, you're probably going to have to change the way Man United play, but you're going to have a load of players that play a different... Oh, God, it's just a never-ending nightmare at Man United. James said, we might have lost, but at least City didn't win either. That is true. Right, I wouldn't mind trying that tag team game. It does sound fun, said Boomers for Life. There's about 3 or 4 touchdowns in a game by each team. By each team? So there's like 3 or 4 touchdowns by each team. So most games of football are like 3 touchdowns each, 4-3, something like that. Yeah, that's a little more than football. Soccer tends to be about, I don't know, what would the average score be? 2-0? Maybe? 2-1? Something like that. I feel like the average soccer game is probably about 2-3 goals a game. Something like that. So, yeah, I mean, it is... I think the offside rule is going to get changed, I heard. Arsene Wenger wants to change that. That could result in there being a few more goals. At the moment, you can be offside and your goal gets ruled out. But if they tweak that, then you could start to see a few more goals. The average kind of coming up a little bit. People love goals. Of course they do. But I think if you're only watching for that, I think you're missing out on quite a bit of the game. The defensive side of the game is obviously really, really important, just as important, but doesn't get anywhere near as much credit, of course. People love the goals. Man United, or MUFC, said, I think Ruben Amorim's rebuilds Man United. Well, he will get a bit of money. Haven't got money to spend. We've already got Frimpong on the go, said Keanu. Well, Man United should sign Cunha. That's going to be 60 odd million spent. Word on the street is they'll have about 100 million and then they've got to just sell to buy anyone else. I mean, I could see Man United getting in maybe 3 players in the summer, and they'll probably have to sell. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to see Man United being able to do anything drastic. Imagine you had a doppelganger that also streamed other sports like Basketball Daze would be a cool guy. He'd be a great guy. Golf Days would be calm. Hockey Days would be aggressive. Maybe. I don't really have much. Do you know, I don't know what I would be into if I was American. I think I might be into baseball. I don't know. I don't think I would mind basketball, but I've heard a lot of complaints about basketball. I've heard a lot of people saying that basketball is a bit dull. People just keep trying for 3-pointers and not getting them. So I've heard people that do basketball saying like the game's getting a bit ruined. People keep trying for 3-pointers and they just keep not getting them, and it's just attempt fail, and so I think there's a little bit of an issue around basketball, but I think people have been enjoying the playoffs and everything. So, I don't know, basketball maybe. I think baseball would probably grab me, actually. I do like cricket in the UK, so I could see there being a baseball days if I was in America. William, hello. Shout out to you. James said Onana is as useful as a hole in a condom. NHL should bring out a hockey game over to the UK for a showcase series. Yeah, we do have some ice hockey over here, but it is so low key. I mean, I couldn't even tell you what the average attendance is. Most people don't even know we have hockey teams, ice hockey teams, but I am aware that we do. I think we have like Sheffield Sharks or something like this, but God only knows what their attendances are like. We might even be in the hundreds of people, let alone like 1,000. It's just not on the radar. It's just not a thing. So, yeah, you know, maybe if they came over, people would give it a go. It certainly worked well for the football, NFL. There's, you know, definitely been a big increase in interest in that over, I would say, the last 20 years. Massive increase. I saw a really fun video, actually, on YouTube the other day, which was London in the 1980s, early 90s, late 80s. And it was people going to the cinema so that they could watch the Super Bowl. And it wasn't, I don't think it was being, it might have been on TV, but people were going to the cinema to actually watch it. It was going to be shown in Leicester Square on one of the screens. And it was people, so you had a lot of Americans that were living in London like, yeah, no, I wasn't going to miss this for the world. That's an American. Yeehaw! And so they were going in and watching the Super Bowl. And some Brits were in there as well. But yeah, I mean, really, it was just not on the radar when I was a kid. I mean, it airs kind of in the middle of the night. It tends to be on used to be on BBC Two, which is, it's a main channel, but it's the least watched main channel. And it'd be on at I don't know, 1 a.m. Everyone would be asleep. So, do you know what I mean? No one followed football anyway, so no one really cared. But I'm sure someone used to watch it. But now there's more of a buzz about it now. People, I see a lot more coverage of it now. So I think them coming over has definitely made a big difference. It was a wild incident, which is the only time I can think that brought light to Brit hockey. Oh, yeah. That's the thing. Someone was he killed? Because of a boots. Yeah. Did someone mention that? Because, yeah, you're right. We had a death in hockey. I remember that now, yes. I remember that. Dr. Pena said Americans say yeehaw rarely. Maybe in a bar or when you see a bigger lady, but you're still down and you tap a bro's pec and you yeehaw. I'd imagine there's a bit of yeehaw that gets done in Texas. I mean, America is so big, isn't it? You could really choose to go Chicago, you could go New York, you could go Texas. Don't know. If you're doing your impressions, there's a few little places to go. Don't know how you would do an impression of someone from Florida or Ohio or Dakota. There's not really any stereotypes you can jump onto there. But thankfully, lots of stereotypes for Texas. Just like in the UK, where it's what? That's right, Jeeves. Drinking tea, eating scones. More clotted cream, you say? Why, I think I will. We don't have anything in Ohio, said Dubex. Well, America, just know I love you. Just know I love you. I've been to your country many times. You've always welcomed me with open arms. And I've always had a lovely time. Right, where are we time-wise? 13 minutes. 13 minutes. Adam said, howdy days. Howdy. With NXT Europe on the horizon and AAA seemingly being NXT Mexico, what kind of crossover do we think? How closely do we think they'll be tied? What? AAA and NXT Europe? I don't expect any crossover. I don't expect any crossover between those. It's a good thought. It's a good idea. It's a thinker. But to be honest with you, I don't expect any crossover. You've got me thinking, though, because I suppose you could do a Worlds Collide between those two. The problem is, though, that if you're going to do a Worlds Collide, well, perhaps you would bring all the brands in for Worlds Collide. I think you've got to use NXT because, to be honest, NXT is going to be the big brand, isn't it? NXT is going to be the one that's going to bring in the most attention. So NXT Europe is going to be super niche. You know, like how we're sat here now about to watch Evolve. Yeah? Super niche. Like we are die-hard. If you're here right now, you are a die-hard WWE fan because you are so far down the pecking order. Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Evolve, right? And honestly, AAA, NXT Europe, it's going to be that Evolve level, right? Maybe a little bit above, but it's going to be about that level. Evolve is the performance center talent that is going to make it to NXT eventually, or at least should. If they do their jobs right, they should. That's what they're there for, is to get to NXT, right? So Evolve is, you're not quite ready for NXT, but we see enough in you potential-wise to get you on Evolve, yeah? And so next stop for you is NXT. And NXT Europe is, you know, we really like you, and you're in NXT Europe, and as soon as you're ready, next stop for you, NXT. You know, Gunther went from NXT UK to NXT. Pete Dunne went from NXT UK to NXT. Alba Fire, Lyra Valkyria, Pretty Deadly, like Tyler Bate, JD McDonough, like they all went from NXT UK to NXT. Just like how you go from Evolve to NXT. So NXT Europe, next stop will be NXT. AAA or NXT Mexico, next stop for them, NXT. So if you NXT is going to be the big, you know, where the big stars are when it comes to the developmental. So if you do a Worlds Collide, I suppose you could include all of your brands of, you know, we're going to do NXT Europe again. How you would do that, though, I'm not sure, because we might end up with an NXT Japan, and we might end up with an NXT Australia, and we might end up with an NXT Europe. So how are you going to do a Worlds Collide when you've got like 5 or 6 different brands that you're maybe Chamber, maybe you do a Battle Royal? I'm not sure. But in my mind, I don't expect there to be a great deal of crossover. I think you will get the odd person going over to, if there's someone, say, like Nathan Frazier, who's in NXT Europe doing really well, and they want him to just kind of spend a little bit of time in Mexico to kind of just learn a little bit of that Mexican style, learn the culture, and, you know, just further help his development. They can send him over there, can't they? They can send him to NXT Mexico, where he'll go and he'll be able to help that show out. And, you know, we'll be able to do a little bit of stuff there. But I don't really expect there to be like loads of shows of these facing each other or loads of invasions. Or I think they'll keep them pretty much separate. But you could get the odd talent switching, like how we just had in Amura coming over from Noah. You could have a situation like that. And Worlds Collide, I think there'd definitely be some opportunity. And at some point, you might have some sort of like invasion. Oh my God, what are they doing here? Type thing. But yeah, I wouldn't be expecting tons of stuff. I think they would largely keep them their own brands. Because I think they've got enough to focus on, and you know, there's a language barrier as well, which is obviously going to be a barrier. That's going to be, you know, if they spoke English as their first language, or if NXT Europe spoke Spanish, then, you know, maybe as their first language, maybe then we could do something. But I think the language barrier is going to prevent crossover. Same when we bring Japan online, you know, that's going to be a language issue, isn't it? Still can do bits, but I just don't think it'd be anything sizable. It's a good question, that, though. It's a thinker, isn't it? Boomer said, hardcore fans feel like I did back in the day watching EC Dub, EC Dub, EC Dub. Yes. Well, if you are here right now, you are hardcore. That's a fact. Because we are quite far down the pecking order. We are quite far down the ladder. But that's why I like it, because I sort of feel like we're in like this cool gang. I sort of feel like a lot of the other WWE fans, they're off living lives. And we don't have a life, so we're here instead, and we're watching developmental develop, and there's a level of commitment there that I think should be admired. Hardcore wrestling fans unite, says Davids. NXT Japan could be run by Matt Bloom. He spent quite a bit of time in Japan, says Nick. Well, yeah, I mean, it depends if he wants to move back over there. I mean, that's obviously going to be a position that you'd have to move and live, and I don't know, we'd have to see. It'd be interesting. I do think All Japan or Noah would be potential promotions that they could purchase. I would imagine that would be quite a bit of money, though. Does make you think about Marigold, doesn't it? Makes me think about Marigold. Do you remember when they had that Rossi guy at WrestleMania? He runs Marigold in Japan, which is a top women's, all women's promotion. I believe, didn't he set up Stardom? And then something happened and he left Stardom. And now he's gone and set up his own promotion, Marigold. And yeah, I mean, I think WWE have got a relationship there anyway. I don't know kind of if anything else has come of that. But, yeah, they've done work with Noah. They've done work with All Japan. They've done work with Marigolds. Obviously, New Japan would be the one you would want. That's the market leader in Japan, but they work with AEW. So I don't think you can get New Japan. But there's other promotions you can work with. Telford, Secret Harvest said it wasn't supposed to end that way. The plan had been meticulously thought out and practiced again and again. There was only one possible result once it had been implemented. But as they stood... Thank you, Telford. David said, WWE have got to take the best wrestlers from around the world to see who is the best. Well, they're going to try and do that, of course. WWE want the best. That's what they want. They're doing tryouts and, you know, they're looking around the globe. I keep saying it. I think Africa is so untapped. I think that NXT Africa would just be mind-blowing. The talent I think you could find there would be revolution. I think it would revolutionize wrestling. I really do. You know, you think about the history of pro wrestling and you think about how much talent has come out of Africa. It is actually quite small. It's not a very large amount. But if you think about some of the UFC fighters that we've seen coming out of Africa and how big and, like, you know, how powerful, but not only that, technical as well. You know, Adesanya, Duplessis, Francis Ngannou. I mean, if I look at UFC, if I look at MMA, I can see some big names that have come out of Africa. If I look at WWE, obviously we haven't got many names that have come out of Africa. But, you know, I believe there's an Omos, Nigerian. And obviously Kofi has come out of there. And it's just like we haven't even made much of an attempt in Africa to see what's there. And I bet there's some serious talent. Serious talent there. So, yeah, I mean, if I was WWE, I'd be pretty eager to get boots on the ground in Africa and see what we could find. A lot of it might need proper training, like from scratch. I mean, it might just be that there's not much of like a pro wrestling sort of structure there. So you might have to just really go hit the ground and just reach out to people, give them tryouts and just see if you can find big, powerful, athletic people that you could mold into wrestlers. Kind of like Obafemi, you know? Yeah. I think there's a lot of potential around the world. A lot of potential that's just unrecognized, untapped, that we could really take wrestling to new heights. Omos and Obafemi said, David, yes, Obafemi. Just, wow, let's go. M. Tipper said, they are ignoring us here in Africa. It's so frustrating. I don't know why. I can only imagine it's because, I mean, I can't name, other than that, is it Soft Ground Wrestling? Is that that promotion? Other than that, I can't name a wrestling promotion in Africa. I can't name one. So I wonder if the infrastructure is just not there. And I wonder if it's a case that as a result, there's not, there'd be a lot of work needed to really find that talent. But it's there. I've got no doubt it's there. So, do the work, you'll get the rewards. I mean, you can say the same with India, because India's got how many people in it? I mean, and wrestling is something that's part of Indian tradition, So, and again, we know that it's very popular over in India. So I've got to think there's potential over in India. I've got to think that Africa, India, these are places that I would be really looking at. I feel like Japan, anyone that's really into wrestling is probably getting into wrestling. There's lots of promotions for them to get into. I don't know that there's going to be lots of untapped potential in Japan. I don't know that there's going to be lots of untapped potential in Europe, but there will be some. But I think of India, and I think of India, and I think of China and Africa, and I think there's real potential there. Right. We do have Tubi, and I've pressed play. I think this is the episode. It says May 21st. So I've got... Oh, good. Yeah, it is playing. I've got Then Now, so that everyone knows where I am forever. I haven't got to Together yet. Here we go. I'm about to get to Together. There was Together. Bum, bum, bum. Right, Evolve, please. I think this is this week. It says 21st. Do you remember when you said you would decline under Slot, but still we won the league and became the most successful club in England? If we wasn't already, I think we get right players, we will win it again. Well, I did expect a decline. I think everyone expected a decline. Trying to follow on from Klopp was mission impossible, I would have thought. I do still wonder, though, if he's not still benefiting from Klopp. I'll be interested to see once a few players have gone and this team is really his team. Once that new manager bouncer's faded. I mean, to actually win the title is incredible. I can't take anything away from that, but I don't know. I mean, I'll be interested. I'll be very interested to see if he can repeat it next year. I think you're going to have a resurgent Man City. And it's a make or break season, I think, for Arteta. I think next year is going to be very interesting when it comes to the title. Okay, yeah, this is this week. So it is going to be Harlem Lewis against Keanu Carver. Okay, so I think the winner of that match is going to go into the Fatal 4-Way. Okay, and we've also got a match to figure out who's going to be the final woman to go into that Fatal 4-Way. I like Kendal Gray. Kendal Gray might have overtaken Kelly Armstrong as my favourite, you know. Right, Evolve. Here is the theme music. I'm a G like Ali and a Pally, Ali and a Pally. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Evolve begins. Okay, it's some good energy from the crowd this week. Okay, so we've got a fatal four-way coming up next. Chantal Monroe, Kylie Ray, Aria Bennett, and Zayda Steele. Winner goes into that championship match. Vanity Project, here we go. The real deal. Zayda Steele is making her way out. Okay, Zayda Steele. She's got to be a pick, hasn't she? What's this? Vanity. Vanity Project. What VPN do you use? I can't find a cheap one. I've just got one with my antivirus. So I got that McAfee kind of antivirus stuff. Just, you know, keeps your computer running fine. And there's a VPN just part of that. Here's Aria Bennett. This should be a fun, bonkers fatal four-way match. I'm down for this. Right. Bennett's. Oh, let's just do women's fatal four-way. Oh, that's nice. I like that. I like that flip over and she, like, landed straight on her feet. That's really sick. Like a front flip. She might be using a bit too much energy up, though, as part of her entrance. Here's Chantal Monroe. There's that Women's Evolve Championship in the entranceway. The reflection of perfection. People applaud. They're not applauding. They're not applauding. Who's proposing? Someone was proposing. I never saw that. Lives by the 3 Ps. Prim, proper, and what? Prissy. Dun 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 dun. Here's Kylie Ray. Smiley cut. No! Ad break. This is annoying. Because I don't know that hits at the same time for everyone, but I'm an ad break. But I can get a quick loan for small repairs and big dreams. Okay. Square.com. Okay. Now I've got a woman with an oven. Who's this boomer? Let's fix that oven. American Home Shield. Okay. Gain. This looks like Purcell. Yeah. They're nodding at each other. Okay. Having a little sniff of their laundry. Love that for them. Oh. Are they going to make love? They're getting very close. Well, we've cut away. It was an advert for Gain. Mix, match, more happy. Now I've got a zebra talking to me. What's he doing? There's a woman teaching a kid to drive, and there's a zebra sat in the back seat. Oh, thezebra.com. Don't wait. The zebra. It's zebra, not zebra. Zebra. They compare prices. Oh, God. This kid is a rubbish driver. Okay, there's Kylie Ray. Go ad-free. Oh, can you go ad-free? Oh, I'll do that. I'll do that. Can I go ad-free? Oh, I do love when she does that. Slides in the ring. Yeah, your ads do suck, by the way. I mean, ours are no better. Her favourite hobby is roaming the dessert section of grocery stores. That's her favourite hobby, to look at desserts. Okay, here we go then. We're about to get underway. Yes, you can. Wow, I will do that. I will do that. I'm ad-free on YouTube. Yeah, I'm ad-free on YouTube. I couldn't cope with ads on YouTube. Right, we are underway. Oh, God. We'll probably get some more ads. But don't worry, I'm going to go ad-free, guys. I just didn't even know you could. Oh, my God, that's good, actually, because I want to watch Batman. Zayda Steel goes to the outside. And there's a few other programs I've got in my watch list as well. Okay, right now we've got... Has Kylie Ray got like a little tail? I think she's got a little tail. Oh, mate. That Ariana Bennett is so impressive with her flipping gymnastics. How does she do that? She like flips in the air, doesn't even have to touch the ground. Going over again. Boom. Oh, she grabbed a leg. She gets dragged out by Chantel. Edge of the ring to Zayda Steel trying for the threat. I see Bennett. I see her. Zayda Steel with Smiley Kylie Ray. Crossbody there by Chantel. 1, 2. No joy. This match should be good, you know. Step up Inzaguri by Bennett. Go on, Bennett. Go on, Bennett. I'm with you, Bennett. Go on, Bennett. Ring gear. That's a bit unfortunate. Her leg stocking has fallen down. You don't need them anyway. They don't add. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. They don't help. They don't make anything look good. Kick coming in there by Bennett. Taking Zayda Steel down. Taking Kylie Ray down. Yeah, the wardrobe malfunction that we've got, which is not a sexy one, is a bit distracting. Boom, double knees there by Chantel. Chantel going over, grabbing Kylie Ray. Kylie Ray against the ropes. That was like a power slam, but it was like a hip toss power slam. Shots coming in by Zayda Steel. Haven't seen much from Zayda in this match yet. Still plenty of time for her to cook. But it's been a good spotlight so far for Bennett. Kicks coming in by Zayda. Stephanie's places every Wednesday. Zayda going up, coming down. DDT. That's why I'm the real deal. Kylie Ray goes to the outsides. Double knees. Going for the cover. 1, 2. No joy. Kick out. Kick out. Big shot coming in there by Bennett. Big blow coming back. Going over. Grabbing Kylie. Kylie going over into the corner. Ooh. Zayda going for... big European uppercut there by Kylie Ray. Nice. Going back. Charging in. Cannonball. That was good. That was good. Bryce Donovan, who does not fit the Vanity Project. Dude looks like he should be in a flipping Matrix reboot. You're out of there! Vanity Project are gone, mate. They're gone. Yeah. Pete Rosenberg is on his feet, celebrating that the Vanity Project are being removed and Zayda Steel is gutted. Zayda Steel is gutted. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. Zayda Steel coming over. Big blow there by Kylie Ray. Down goes Zayda Steel. Chantal Monroe's in. Big forearm shot. Grabbing Zayda Steel. She goes down. Nice. Where's Bennett? It's all eyes on Bennett. I don't think Bennett wins. Oh, she sorted out her leg stocking thing. Ooh. Chantal Monroe backing up. Whoa! Shooting star. 1, 2. Bennett makes the save. Guys, this match matters. The winner of this gets added to the championship match. This match matters. Come on, Bennett. Come on, Queen. Come on, Queen. Kylie Ray. Oh, drop kick in the corner. She drop kicked her right in the boob. Aria. 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 Big forearm shot. Down goes the real deal. Zayda Steel. She's grabbed her head of Chantal. She's got her in the corner. Shots coming in. Zayda Steel in the middle of the ring. Oh, like a bulldog clothesline there by Bennett. I see you, Bennett. Bennett, I see you. Let's go. This gear's annoying, though. Crossbody. Again, coming over is Smiley Kylie Ray. Bennett going over. Oh, mate, that was brutal. Face first into that top turnbuckle. Oh, my God. Moody as Kylie Ray is thrown to the outside. Zayda Steel. No. Settle down, everyone. Settle down. Kylie Ray and Zayda Steel are arguing on the outside. Bennett! Crossbody. Crossbody. Oh, my God. Throw this gear away once you're done, love. It's so flipping annoying. I can even see her white socks now. Oh, crossface! Crossface! Kylie Ray reverse 2. Oh, Jesus. Super kick. Bennett down. Kylie Ray 2. Kylie Ray gets it. It's a win. Kylie Ray picks up the win. She's been added to the match. I think that was a good showcase for Bennett, honestly. Oh, the real deal, Zayda Steel. Can't believe it. She will not be competing for that Women's Evolve Championship. Oh, Daze, that's interesting. Can you do a New York or a Boston accent? Yes. Kylie Ray picking up the win. I always see that woman in the background. I'm going to be the first Women's Evolve champion. She puts her arm in the air. Okay, so when's this match going to be? Next week? Next week? Championship match? Wendy Choo, Callie Armstrong, Kendal Gray, Kylie Ray. Guys, title match. We're going to crown the first Evolve Women's Champion next week. Next week. Don't you dare. And I'm going to be commercial free next week as well. I'm going to be commercial free. This is insane. Here's Keanu Carver. He's been going off on Jacob Fatu online. Keanu Carver. Yep. Well, he's not with WWE anymore. So we got Oro Mensah. You like it, you love it. Okay, Oro Mensah. Daze, I'm just as excited for you for Evolve for this show, said Hannah. It's good. That was a really good opening match. And now we are moving on to a men's match. Now, I don't know what this is. It's Oro Mensah, who I believe was let go, so doesn't mean he ain't going to win this match, but certainly means that I'm not expecting much from him in the future. He's taking on Idris Enofi. Now, this is quite interesting because Idris, I don't think anymore is with Malik Blades. Interesting. Still coming out to Metaphor music, said Wrestling Fan. Kylie Ray won. What the hell, said Richard Jr. This guy's getting good luck in your future endeavors soon. You're right, he's had it. Tubi does not offer commercial free. What? Its service is ad supported. Tubi does have ads. They are genuinely fewer in number and shorter in length. Hang on, I was told that you could go ad free. That's what I was told. Tubi ad free option. Tubi does not offer an ad free option. So that's interesting, isn't it, community? Same community that told me I could go ad free. It's interesting. I'm not angry. Just a little bit disappointed. But I have found something here. How to watch Tubi without ads. Easy tutorial. What's this? Tubi offers official ad-free viewing experiences through Tubi Premium subscription. Okay, well here, this website says it does. The AI said it doesn't. Right now, we don't have... Even Tubi said they don't do that. Well, what do I do? I don't want people to lie to you, said Red. Well, I don't want people to lie to me either. I was so excited for going ad-free. Okay, Idris. Just use an ad blocker. Will that do it? An ad blocker? Will that block the ads on Tubi, will it? I thought that just blocked up like Google pop-up ads. Sell feet pics, said Dr. Pina. Will that do it? That'll block the ads, will it? Shot coming in there by... All right, it's hard to care about this, isn't it? When you know that Oro is not around anymore. Oh, he's not dead. Over the top goes Oro. Drop kick there by Idris. Idris making his Evolve debut. Idris Enofi standing over Oro. Elbow drop. And again. No joy. Idris standing over Oro. Nice. Okay, that is quite showy from Idris Enofi. Oro over against the ropes. Oh, Idris goes over. No sign of Couch Girl, by the way. No sign of Couch Girl. Idris being dragged. Oh, planted by Oro Mensah. Drives him down. Tubi is the best, but it'll never be ad-free. It's their slogan. It's free, and it'll always be free. That's their slogan. It's free, and it will always be free. But what about if I want to give them money? I want to give them my money. Like, I will give you money if you take the ads away. Like, I'm happy with that agreement. Daze, I'm sorry, I missed the members game today. Family stuff. How was the faction game? The faction game were actually both games were quite tense. It's Project X that retained, but it came down to the final two people to see if they could help get DWO over the line. And new champ in the competition. It was tense, actually. It was good. It was good. Shot coming in there by Idris. Oro, back elbow. They're being generous and they won't accept your money, said Porky Pig. Well, to be honest, I mean, so far I've had one little commercial break, which is not bad, is it? 1, 2. No joy. Shoulder up there by Idris. Oro round the back. He's got a headlock applied. So Oro Mensah against Idris Anofi. Yeah, her, that woman, I see her all the time. Right now, he's on the back of Idris, and he's managed to get him down. Daze, I'm curious. When you upload a video, does it tell you the percentage of people that watch from the UK compared to elsewhere? It does in the analytics, but I never, ever go in the analytics. But yes, each video, it would have that information as to where the people have been that viewed it. I have seen the overall channel numbers. And the overall channel numbers are something like 60% America, 20% UK. And then, like, you know, you've got Canada, Australia, France, all making up the rest. It's roughly that kind of... USA is the majority. Sizable majority as well. Clothesline. And again... Boom, down goes Oro, which makes sense if you think with the times we stream, you know. 1, 2, shoulder up. Just in case we don't know, Trick is fighting Joe Hendry at Battleground for the TNA title, said Davids. Daze, I don't get it. The whole episode for me is on, and I can fast forward to the end. Is yours playing live? No, I can fast forwards. I can fast forwards, but... it doesn't make sense for me to do that because I might miss something. What I can't do is fast forward through any adverts. The adverts are not embedded into the episode. It's as if the adverts just interrupt the show. So I can't like skip forward through adverts and everything because they're not part of the show. The adverts sort of interrupt it. Anofe in the corner. That first match was really good. This match is suffering. Big clothesline. Oro goes down. Idris is climbing up. I think it hurts the fact that there's not really anything at stake. Elbow by Idris. 2, 3. Idris gets it. Idris gets it. Idris Anofe gets it, baby. That is a good win for him, actually. Boom. I've not been able to find it on Tubi. Oh, really? Just what? If you search for Evolve? If you search for Evolve, go down to the episode, you might have to press the arrow to go across. But it's there. It popped up for me. There is Idris Anofe on the outside of the ring. There's Chewy. Oh, what's up, baby? How you doing? Seven months. It's been a long road. Okay. Okay, I like this. The EOE is back. Oh, who's come out? Someone's... Oh, Stevie. You've shown me you're ready to contend? What, after one win? One win? So Idris is going to be in the match. You deserve it after one win. One win. There's something happening in the back, guys. There's something happening in the back. Stevie's got to go. Guys, we're going back there as well. We're going back there. Something's going on. There's a big... Oh, who's down? Who's been attacked? Is that Danny Palmer? Well, she's been let go as well. Danny Palmer's been released as well. Oh. Why are we attacking people that have been released? That's not nice. That's like kicking people whilst they're down. Someone is going after kneecaps, said Mitchell. Yeah, wasn't it Brinley Reese that was attacked at the end of last week? So there is some, I've got to think it's a girl that's going after people's knees. Could that be Nikita? She had knee injuries. Could it be she wants other people to experience it or something? Feel the pain she went through. Here's Harlem Lewis. Mr. Thea Hale. There's only room for one alpha male in Evolve. Winner goes into the men's championship match. It's a bit annoying that we just did that last match and there was actually a prize and we didn't know until after it had ended. Wow, you did so well. I'm going to put you in the title match. Oh, couldn't you have told us that before? We might have cared more. Yeah, look, too. We saw Brinley Reese last week and now Danny Palmer this week. Guys, if you're a woman, please stay safe. Harlem Lewis is shagging. Who are you, James? Flipping Austin Powers. Here's the Vanity Project. That's about enough talking out of you. Swipe right look like they're ready to go. Who cares about Brinley Reese and Danny Palmer? No one. Zayda Steele should be looking a bit more gutted here. Shouldn't she be looking really down? I sort of feel like she should be gutted. She's just lost her opportunity to fight for the Evolve Women's title. Jackson Drake should be in the men's four-way match, they say. The Carolina Reaper. What is this match? What's happening? Wow, Super Sean Legacy's here. Timothy Thatcher and Sean Legacy. Are they taking on Swipe Right? Man, this could be a good match. Swipe Right against these two. Legacy. Well, it's always a treat when we get to watch Swipe Right. Timothy Thatcher bringing experience. Sean Legacy, the hot thing in developmental at the moment. So Brad starting us off of Swipe Right with Timothy Thatcher locking up. I was eager to watch the Pacers-Knicks game, but I've just fast-forwarded, says Brony. The Repo Man is making a comeback. Swipe left, said Boomers for Life. I vote for Legacy's team, said Hassan. Right now, we've got Timothy Thatcher in control. Rob said it would be who would go to a barber and ask what style they want and just say, make me look like a bald guy wearing a toupee. It is such a stupid hairstyle, says Rob. Hannah said, with the absence of Liv on TV, it might be time to bring a substitute, another Morgan, Matt Morgan. Let's go. It'd be pretty wild seeing him wear the kind of clothes that Liv wears. Right now we've got Sean Legacy and Timothy Thatcher working together on Brad's. Timothy Thatcher has broken 8 teeth and he refuses to fix them. Because he thinks they are weak and they don't deserve help. Oh, come on. Come on. That might be the greatest fact box I have ever seen. That might be the best little stat I have ever seen. Timothy Thatcher has broken 8 teeth, but he refuses to fix them because they are weak and they don't deserve help. That's very good. That's very good. Just a 1 count there. I believe it as well. I flipping believe it. Right now he goes back to the corner. In comes Sean Legacy. Sean Legacy grabbing a hold of Ricky. Sean Legacy's favourite quote is, you can fail at what you don't want, so you might as well take a chance doing what you love. Oh, what if we followed up that last fact with that fact? That's a rubbish fact. It's like something out of a Disney movie. What the flip? Timothy Thatcher driving a knee into the arm there of Ricky. Keanu Carver, Harlem Lewis coming up next. The winner gets that meat. We just got some meat. Tag being made. In comes Brad's. Brad's on the outside, about to come into the ring. Swipe right. Locking up here with Sean Legacy. Brad's trying to work a headlock. Sean Legacy in the middle of the ring, working on the arm. Nice. Headlock takeover. Gets him down. Trying to get back up to his feet. He was made fraternity president after the former president, Ricky Smokes, saw his potential. That's a Brad Baylor fact. Back slap tag by Thatcher. He comes in. Not much being shown at the moment. Very basic work, but solid work. Big clubbing blows coming down here by Thatcher. Working on the arm of Brad Baylor, trying to grab the head, driving him back against the ropes. He's very... chop coming in there by Brad. Tag being made. Ricky coming in. Brad get in. Timothy in the corner. Forearm shot. Time to swipe right. Drives his shoulder into him. Big boot there as well. Down goes Timothy Thatcher. Going for the cover by Ricky. Shoulder up. Shoulder up. Ricky spends most of his time partying and talking to girls. Fun fact. Knees coming in there by Ricky. Go on, Ricky. Go on, Ricky. Do we think that Chewy will be a main roster reporter? I don't know, to be honest. I worry he is a bit too big. Like, he's bigger than a lot of the wrestlers, which traditionally is just not what you would want to do. Do you know what I mean? You would want that kind of smaller, mean Gene, Kayla Braxton kind of, do you know what I mean? A smaller sort of person. Chewy's really big. I mean, he looks like someone that was maybe trying to be a wrestler and then maybe got injured or it didn't quite work out. Dude looks like flipping Top Dollar. Worlds collide. I'm watching Evolve with snacks, says Who Review. Oh. Is that your friend? Or is that you got a couple of ladies around, eh? Is that what you call them? The snacks? Yeah? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I see you. Well, I don't. That would be pervy. That would literally be perverted. Oh, God. Adverts. I was doing so well. Trusted neighbour app. Water leak has been detected by ADT. She's got a water leak as well. Everyone's got a flipping water leak. Feel secure enough to let others in your house. What? Huh? You can let other people in your house with a fingerprint. Why would you want to do that? I wouldn't trust anyone coming in my house if I wasn't there. That lady had a water leak and her neighbour came round to fix it. It's just a different world, isn't it? Drop kick there by Sean Legacy. Chewy doesn't have any wrestling experience, just TV hosting duties, said Mayor Pete. Oh, really? I don't know anything about him. He looks big. He looks like the same size as Top Dollar to me. Nice stand-in moonsault. Tag being made. Picking him up. He's got him on his shoulders. Lands on his feet. Drives Sean Legacy in the corner. Back elbow there by Legacy. Swipe right, trying to come over. They go to the outside. Oh, I like that by Ricky. Yeah, look at that. They're working really well together. Zayda still enjoying what Swipe right are doing. Clothesline. Sean Legacy goes down. 1, 2. Swipe right. They're a good team. And even though Sean Legacy and Timothy Thatcher are good wrestlers, they are struggling with the teamwork of Swipe Right. Uppercut coming in. Tag being made. Quick tags. Shoulders being driven into the midsection there by Ricky. Referee coming over, having a words. Brad Baylor, whilst the ref's distracted. Lovely work. Heel work. Shots coming in there by Ricky. Ref didn't see it. I'm surprised the crowd aren't making the ref more aware. Knee coming in there by Ricky. And again, driving Sean Legacy back. Brad Baylor comes in. Snap nice. Oh, a little bit of taunting to Timothy Thatcher as well there by Brad. 2 count for Swipe Right. Oh, forearm shot there to Timothy Thatcher. Timothy Thatcher trying to come in, but the referee distracted. Referee distracted. They didn't really make the most of that, though. The ref was distracted, and Brad Baylor didn't really do a great deal with it. She works hard, doesn't she? Zayda Steele on the outside. Constantly making noise, constantly reacting. While she's out there, she's constantly working. Legacy chance. He's down on his knees. Kicked to the back there by Ricky. The Vanity Project has just got too many members, said Dr. Luchalala. They need to cut at least Bryce. Yeah, I don't agree. I mean, 3 of them are stood out there. It does look a bit strange. And the 2 guys don't seem to do a great deal, but Zayda obviously brings a lot to the group. Big boot there by Ricky. Legacy goes against the ropes. Swipe right. Going back over. Grabbing Sean Legacy. Tag being made. Kick coming in there by Brad. Shot coming into the back there by Ricky. Oh, face first. Sean Legacy gets planted. 1, 2. Kick out there by Sean Legacy. Knee driving into the back. And again. Elbow drop. I sort of feel like with this match, we're doing moves. We're going through the motions. But I don't know that we're building. Tag being made. Like, where's the big finale? The big crescendo? We've got to be getting to it because we've still got another match to do. Sean Legacy over. Rolls. Tag being made. In comes Thatcher. Thatcher. Looking for a belly-to-belly. Hot tag made. I think we could have made a lot more of that hot tag. Sean Legacy was getting beaten down, and that hot tag needed to be hotter. Uppercuts coming in there by Timothy Thatcher. European uppercuts again. Just look at him, throwing him in. Boom! Ricky in big trouble. Love that selling. Love that selling. Round the back. Ah, it was like a heart punch. Jeez. Oh, lovely suplex. Going for the pin. Timothy Thatcher. Messy. A little bit messy there. Sean Legacy trying to come in to start. Net breaker. Yeah, a little bit messy exchange there. Roll up by Ricky. 1, 2. Did he get it? No. Tag. Yeah, I feel like this match has had too long. Against the rope. This might be the big finish. That might be it. 1, 2, 3. I'd say the match went a bit too long. I would say that it felt a little bit aimless in places. I'd say it had some nice moments, but probably doesn't help that we don't have tag belts, or like, what is there for Swipe Right to do? I mean, there was a lot of wrestling. It's strange that the wrestlers who were severely injured on TV and were never seen again, Mohammed Hassan given the last ride on stage, and Rikishi in the parking lot, says Hannah. Here is Vanity Project celebrating. Momentum. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, we're backstage with Kylie Armstrong. Who's she talking about? Take what out? Next week is my moment. Wendy, Kylie, Kendal, Kylie. Let's go. I'm used to winning. 3-time All-American at track and fields. Tell him, Kylie. You tell him, Kylie. Straight like that. Right, one more match to go. Our main event, and it's meat. Keanu Carver takes on Harlem Lewis in the main event of this week's Evolve. I think the first match was really enjoyable. I think the second match really suffered from the fact that Oro Mensah, we know, was released. So I think like that suffered. And then I think that third match, honestly, I'm surprised how long it went. I'm also surprised that it felt so aimless. Hot tags being made that didn't feel that hot. Not really any kind of like build into anything. No, I didn't really sense a change in pace. It was fine. It was okay. You do expect a bit better, though, when it comes to a Swipe Right match now. I do. I see them as a really, really good tag team. Well, I don't know if the chemistry just wasn't quite there. The chemistry didn't seem to quite be there with Timothy Thatcher. But, you know, whatever. It is what it is. This is the match we've been waiting for. I think they'll have Keanu Carver win. I think they'll go Keanu Carver. But it'll be interesting. Winner gets added to the men's title match, which isn't next week. I think it's the week after. They're doing them rightfully on 2 separate weeks. There's Kendal. Who's that woman? Mason Holiday. This is not amateur wrestling. Oh, got a bit of locker room drama. Yeah, that's right, girl. That's right, girlfriends. Again, we're just seeing the graphic. Wendy, Choo, Kylie, Armstrong, Kendal, Gray, Kylie, Ray. Let's go. A. Jobson, shout out to you. I vote Harlem Lewis, said hey, sir. Really? Let's do a vote. Let's do a... Oh, some of you might have cheated. Some of you might have cheated. You might have skipped forward. I haven't done this. Better not cheated. Harlem. Keanu. So, next week we've got Jackson Drake, Lindsay Dorado, and Jordan Oasis. So, one of those is going to be added to the men's title match. Jackson Drake, Lindsay Dorado, Jordan Oasis. I believe Lindsay is a trainer now, like how Timothy Thatcher is. I think Jackson Drake gets added. Unless they want to put a little... I mean, is Lindsay Dorado star power? I'm not sure it is. Here we go. Here's Carver. Keanu Carver making his way out for our main event. That last match, good night. Yeah, well, you guys did not hate it. You did not hate it. Good 98 for that last match. Right, Keanu Carver in the ring. This does not need to be long. It just needs to be power, hard-hitting, meat. Harlem Lewis's music sucks. Harlem Lewis making his way out. I've paused trying to see where you are, says Mitchell. I'm literally about to start the main event. It's the ads that have delayed me. When I was on YouTube, I never used to have them, so I would normally be done by now. But now I'm having to watch on Tubi. I've obviously got the ads that have delayed me a little. 1-4! Well, it's very close, actually, on the poll. 54-46. So very close on the poll. From Washington, D.C. Keanu Carver from Washington, D.C. Daze, you'll never believe it. I was watching the Canadian Pickers, and they were going to car boots. And I was thinking of you buying wrestling merch. Do you have car boot sales in Canada? Is that a thing in Canada, is it? Car boot sales? I don't think they're a thing in America, are they? I don't think I've ever seen a car boot sale in America. Right, here we go then. Bella sounded. We are underway. These two throwing hands. Keanu Carver, Harlem Lewis. Let's flippin' go. Right, over the other side. Cars don't wear boots, said Shockwave. It's a really good point, actually. Clothesline there by Harlem Lewis. Right now, over. Against the ropes. So Harlem's on the outside of the ring. Big shots coming in there by Harlem. Blows coming in there by Keanu. We're on the outsides. Blow to the midsection. Meat. Referee counting away. The winner will be added to that championship match. Whew. Keanu into the ring steps. Right now, grabbing a hold of Keanu. In the ring goes Harlem Lewis. Double axe handle. Shots coming down. Kick coming in there by Harlem Lewis. Still undefeated Harlem Lewis on Evolve. Undefeated. He's got a tattoo that says keep your head to help with anger management issues. Really? Where's that? It's got to be somewhere he can see it. It's no point having it on his back, is it? Where's he got that tattoo? Keep your head. Oh, does he have anger issues? That makes him cooler, actually. Right now, Keanu charging over, collides into Harlem. Picks him up. Looking for a throw. Yeah! Fall away. Harlem down over the other side of the ring. He grew up throwing hands on the concrete. I'm going to break you. Another big blow coming in there by Keanu. He's grabbing Harlem Lewis. He's going to chuck him up and helps him down. Down goes Harlem Lewis. Keanu coming over. Going for the cover. 1, 2. No joy. No joy. It's all been Keanu Carver at the moment. Harlem Lewis over against the ropes. He's trying to get back up to his feet. Keanu against the ropes. Boom! Over the top to the outsides. Oh, Harlem Lewis grabs his knee. As he hurt his knee? He might have legit hurt his knee. He might have legit hurt his knee. Oof. Yeah, he's down. He's holding his leg. We're up to 4. We've got some drama. Guys, we've got some drama. Or is he playing possum? Oh, big clothesline! No, he's still grabbing his leg. If he's playing possum, he wouldn't be selling that. He's trying to get Keanu back in the ring. Harlem Lewis is injured. Looking for a big suplex. Got him up. That leg's holding, though. Yeah, but he executed it. All you got to do is go for the pin. He managed to just do that. Like a jackhammer. Another knee injury. Damn, said Beast Modes. Well, he might be working it. He might be working it. He's not playing possum. I don't think he's going to just magically go, now's any joking. But whether it's a real injury or not, I'm not sure. Big boot there by Harlem. Keanu on the outside of the ring. Oh, shoulder to the midsection there by Harlem. He's going to the outside. He's trying to grab the leg here of Keanu. Oh, like an angle slam. Drives him down. Harlem Lewis digging deep. Keanu down. Harlem going over. Harlem's got some wild tattoos. He's got like stick men tattooed on his leg and stuff. Harlem trying to get back into the ring. Harlem going for a power bomb. He's got Keanu in the middle. Picks him up. He's going. Boom. Gets it. Big power bomb. Going for the cover. 1, 2. Kick out by Keanu. Big powerbomb there by Harlem. Only gets a 2, though. Keanu slow to get back up to his feet. Harlem coming over, grabbing him. Oh, here comes Keanu. Both of these guys talking trash. They're throwing big hands at each other at the moment. Big boot coming in there by Harlem. Suplex. 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 No. Couldn't get it. Couldn't get it. Against the ropes goes Harlem. Keanu. Ball! Shoulder tackle. Harlem Lewis down. Keanu. Beginning of the end. Picks him up. Got him on his shoulder. Oh, that might do it. Keanu 2. Keanu wins. Called it. Called it. There we go. Keanu Carver gets the win. What did you lot say? Who did you go for? You guys called it as well. Keanu, 58%. Harlem, 41%. Da, 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 da. Boom slam. That was a big turning point, wasn't it? That big shoulder tackle. Did you see WrestleNomics tweeting about 8 hours ago about Saturday night's main event? Hogan Andre, 26 million. I didn't, but I know that it was the most viewed TV wrestling segment. I don't know if that's in the world. I know that Japan's done some massive ones, but... Idris Enofe, Sean Legacy, and now Keanu Carver has gone into that match. One spot left, and we got a triple threat for that next week. As Evolve comes to an end. Do you know what? That reminds me a lot of yesterday's NXT. It reminds me a lot of yesterday's NXT, where we had a really good match at the start of the show. Really good match, and then not really anything else could match it. Yesterday, you might remember with NXT, we had that amazing triple threat with Ashanti and Sean Legacy and Javon, and then nothing that followed could really match that. And I think we've kind of done the same here, to be honest. We've just started off with a really good women's match, really enjoyed that. And then I don't think anything else could really match it. The guys didn't do too bad. That match did not outstay its welcome. So I don't think the guys did too bad. But, yeah, it wasn't earth-shattering, was it, as a main event? But it was good to get them finally facing off against each other. We'd been building and teasing that match for quite a while. I sort of feel like... they probably needed a moment where they just stood and, like, looked each other up and down a bit at the start. Probably needed, like, a few little moments like that. I do think, as well, that a lot of this Evolve talent doesn't... It's not quite at the level where it's bringing the crowd in, you know? They don't involve the crowd. They kind of, like, go through the motions, do their work. But you don't see them, like, trying to get the crowd involved. Come on, everyone. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't see loads of that at this stage. The crowd. I mean, it's not the biggest crowd, but they're there. They will do something if you encourage them. And I do find that the crowd go a little flat, and they need a little bit of something to bring them back into the show. And you just don't see the wrestlers really doing too much of that. So, but you know, not bad. Not bad. Not as good as the show a few weeks ago, the one we missed. That's still one of the best episodes. That episode was so good, and we weren't allowed to watch it. But next week, guys, next week, we are going to be rewarded. Why? Because we are going to crown the first Evolve Women's Champion. They're going to put the belt on someone next week. And should be really flipping good. They'll give that match time as well. And we're going to crown a champion. So next week's Evolve is going to be unmissable. Unmissable. Big Time said, what do we think of Harlem Lewis? Do we see an upside character-wise in ring? I think Harlem Lewis is quite basic beyond being big. I don't see much in the way of a character. I don't like his entrance music. I'm not a fan really of that sort of goth vibe. It doesn't do anything for me, and I don't know really that it's... I don't know. I mean, like, it's... I suppose in a way you could... He wouldn't look totally out of place in the Judgment Day. But, like... I don't know. It's not... There's not really much to hang your hat on there, is there? There's not really a great deal to hang your hat on. In regards to promo, we haven't really seen a great deal. At the moment, I would say he's a big guy that has got some potential. And it's really going to be down to him to show us that he can, like, maximize that potential. I think I'd be interested to know if he had a real knee injury, because if not, I thought he sold that very well. if he did not actually injure his knee and he decided that he wanted to sell that knee, I actually think he did a very good job, because I could believe that his knee was injured. I could believe that he caused some damage when he went to the outside. It might be he actually did, which is why it was so realistic. But if he didn't, then I've got to give him props for that. But yeah, I think the main event was okay. I don't think it was anything really more than that. And so I can't really give you like loads of, well, he did this, he did that. I think that, you know, I think he's a bigger guy that I think has probably got some good numbers when it comes to like doing some of the kind of tests that they do. I think he's a big guy that's clearly got some athleticism. I think from a promo point of view, I'd imagine he's acceptable. I'd imagine that it's like, okay, we've got something here that we can definitely work with and we can definitely use it on Evolve. But do I think they've got someone there that they're really seeing as like a big future superstar? I'm not sure. I don't see that. I don't see that at the moment. There's not really anything that's shown itself there. So, but listen, potential, definite potential. I certainly don't feel as excited about him as when I first saw Obafemi, let's put it that way. But you got to remember that we never saw Oba when he was at this level. This is still them putting it together. You have to keep reminding ourselves of that. I mean, this is talent not quite ready for NXT. So when he gets to the point where he is ready for NXT, maybe it'll be more fair to judge him then, you know. But yeah, I mean, look, there's potential there. It's up to him, isn't it? It's up to him. I mean, I would, if I was in his position, I would really think about my presentation, because I don't think that the presentation is very exciting. I don't think, in a world where you need to stand out, in a world where you need to grab attention, in a world where you need people talking about you, I don't know that his presentation is strong enough. And I would also, if I was him, I'd be thinking all the time about promos, killer lines I could say about different people in Evolve. I'd be working on my delivery. I think that promos are really important. You could even argue more important than your matches, because I think that talking people into seeing your match, I think that carries arguably more weight than actually how good you are during the match. If you can talk people into wanting to see you wrestle, if you can get people to want to see you compete, and you can do that with the microphone, I think that's a lot more powerful than what you end up doing in the ring. The ring obviously is, you know, very important, but I sort of feel like the microphone is arguably more important. So if I was him, I would be wanting extra promo classes. I would not want to... If there was a promo class going on and I wasn't in that day, I'd even be tempted to go in. I'd be tempted to go in and just watch other people's promos, look at how they structure them, look at what it is that they say. You know, do they start off hot? Do they start off cold? Do they build? Do they just yell all the way throughout? Do they whisper all throughout? Like, you know, we used to get from Jake the Snake. How many kill shots are there in there? You know, is it just standard I'm the best kind of stuff? Or, you know, have they tailored it to their opponent? I would try and tailor it to my opponent, because I think that's more interesting. I think generic promos are fine, you know, if you need to just roll one out of like, I'm the best, no one can stop me. But to me, they're just like white noise. They're just like white noise. Those kind of promos that are like, oh, I'm the best, I'm here to take over, no one's going to stop me, I'm the greatest to ever do this. It just all sort of just blends in the background because you hear it so often that like, it's just not that interesting, you know? I'm the best, blah, 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 good for you. Actually, give me something that's a bit more captivating than that. Give me something that's a little bit more compelling. So if I was Harlem Lewis, I would look at my presentation. I would really try and excel at my promos. And in-ring wise, what I've just saw was acceptable. He wasn't falling over, was he? Or getting lost in the match, or looking like he was out of place, or being in wrong positions. I mean, in-ring wise was okay. Nothing amazing. But Yeah, lots of work to be done. But again, maybe it's unfair to judge. But to be honest with you, I really enjoy watching Evolve because it's not about these people suck, compared to the main roster, what they do. And, oh, my God, did you see that? Did you hear that? They can't even cut a promo. It's not about that. We know where they are in the development system. So it's about looking at what they do. And for me, where I get enjoyment is thinking, oh, okay, so that's where they are. That's what they're saying. How could you make that better? I really enjoy that. If in a different life, in a different world, in a different universe, I think I would really, really enjoy being a wrestling trainer, which, I don't have the experience of being a wrestler, but I do have 30 odd years of watching it and talking about it, and having watched a lot of the greats and kind of, had conversations about it. Like, I sort of feel like a lot of wrestling fans where you know what you like, you know what you're not a fan of, you know what works, you know what doesn't work. You've seen loads of promos, you've seen loads of matches, you know how they're structured. And, we're dealing with kids here that have probably only got into wrestling a year ago. There's a lot of kids here that didn't grow up watching wrestling. They wanted to be football stars. They wanted to be gymnasts. They wanted to be track and field stars. So it sounds weird to kind of sit here and, say that we have a good knowledge when it comes to like wrestling and kind of things they should look at. But I genuinely feel we do. And I'm not saying that in a bragging way, but I think we do because we've been watching longer than a lot of this talent have been watching. Not all of these are indie stars. Not all of these dreamed of being wrestlers. A lot of these came from football, came from being gymnasts, came from track and fields. So they are putting this together and learning this now. And, are doing tape study and everything now. Whereas some of us have got 20, 30, 40 years of watching. So that means something. There is some value to that, So I personally enjoy watching and thinking, if I was to give some advice, not that they would ever ask for it, but what would I say? And I think it's very interesting to try and think about what would you say? Well done, keep doing that is clearly not good enough. So what would you say about the in-ring? What would you say about the promos? What would you say about the character? What would you say about their ring gear? What would you say about their mannerisms? What would you say about their entrance poses? What would you say about their promos? What would you say about, involving the crowds? What would you say about their selling? What would you say about their final sequences? Blah, 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 blah. All of that stuff. And that, for me, I enjoy that when it comes to Evolve because I see a lot of youngsters, they're young compared to me. I see a lot of youngsters that are, dipping their toes in wrestling and kind of starting to explore wrestling. And I think it's really fascinating, honestly. I think I'd really love LFG as well. I think I'd love LFG because it's probably the same, but you then also get the other side. You get to see what the legends actually say to them. Do you know what I mean? You'd see what Undertaker advice he gives. You would see what Mickey James has to say. You would see what Bubba Ray would have to say. So that would be fascinating to not only see how the wrestlers perform and what would you say to them, but then you actually get to see what actual coaches do actually say to them. And this is why I can't wait for WWE Unreal, because it's kind of like that from a creative point of view. We're looking at like a training point of view. We're looking at a development point of view. But that Unreal show is going to be a creative point of view. And that's going to be interesting as well. I don't know that we can do watch-alongs for those. I mean, they are going to be fascinating this summer. And I am going to have thoughts. I think we're all going to have thoughts about that show. So, it's not the kind of thing I would normally do watch-alongs for, but it is going to be very interesting. So, I would tell Seth Rollins to dress more serious, said Aubrey, and less like he's in a circus. I Am Phillips said, Daze, overall, what would we rate Saturday night's main events so far? I think the Saturday night's main events are fun. I think they're fine. I like that Jesse the Body is on them. I think that you've got to remember what they are. They're not premium live events. So if you go into them thinking that they're going to be these big bonkers shows with loads of title changes, that's just not what they are. They were never that. We watched one on Sunday from all the way back in 1989, you know, and it was fun in the sense of you had Hogan, Big Boss Man in a steel cage, and but you know you also had Superfly Jimmy Snuka against Boris Zukov. You know, I mean it's not edge of your seat thrill ride kind of stuff. This is 2 hours, some matches that have got reasons for existing. And, you know, title match in there. And I actually think Jey Uso against Logan and Seth and Braun against CM Punk and Sammy. Like, I look at that and I'm like, that's kind of interesting. I think the card for this weekend looks okay. I mean, like, would it be acceptable for a PLE? Oh... Maybe, actually. I really don't think it's that bad. But, yeah, I mean, obviously it's a Saturday night's main event. I don't have crazy expectations that we're going to have, you know, 100,000 people joining us. But it's, yeah, I'm definitely down for it. I'm probably just as excited for Battleground as I am for Saturday night's main event, though. I suppose the down is that it doesn't really feel like Logan's going to win. I don't expect Logan to win. I don't expect Jay to lose. So I suppose that's a bit of a down. But really, outside of that, it's... yeah. Saying that, did, you know, all the ones in the past, did people expect the champions to lose those? Probably not. Honestly, probably not. These aren't, you know... These aren't big dramatic type shows, really. So, John Cena, R-Truth, not a title match, that one. Not a title match, but that's fun, isn't it? We all know R-Truth's relationship with John, so that's quite fun. And Damian against Drew, steel cage match. Mate, I'll take a steel cage match. So, Jay, Logan, obviously not a match that I'm really desperate for, but I don't think the title changes hands. R-Truth against John Cena, non-title match. CM Punk, Sammy against Seth and Braun. Damian against Drew in a steel cage. Really, for a PLE, you would probably want there to be a big, juicy title match in there. One where it feels it could change hands. I think we're lacking that. But really, for a Saturday night's main event, I think it's fine, honestly. Daze, do we think that Cora Jade could come back next year? I'm still surprised they let her go. There's women in NXT that are barely used, that have had injuries. She was a big name in the division. She, of course, can come back, but I think what she needs to prove and show is that she is... I mean, to be honest with you, it's so hard to know where we are in regards to people's development. So, like, she is someone that has been in NXT for a good few years. If you're a trainer and you keep working with her and you're not seeing massive growth, right? You're not seeing that big development. You know, I mean, she is someone that's fine in the ring. She's good, she's okay, she's fine. I can't say that she's given us consistent 5-star classics. She wasn't delivering matches of the caliber of Stephanie or Julia or Roxanne. I wouldn't say she was that level, but she was a decent name because she was involved in some big stories and she was used a lot. But actually, when that bell would ring, I would not say she was the same level as Stephanie, Julia, maybe not even Jordan Grace with what Jordan had done in TNA. So I sort of feel like Cora, you know, we don't know if she was really kicking on and developing in the way that they would have wanted. not only that, but then, of course, she picks up some big injuries, which, you know, that could have played that. I mean, there you go. There's your answer as to why she might not have kicked on, because she had so much time away and there was so much disruption. And those kind of injuries aren't injuries that you just easily come back from. I mean, Bayley says she's not the same wrestler that she was before she did her knee. And, you know, the same could absolutely be true of Cora Jade. So I don't know that it's as simple as she was injured a few times and so they've released her. How have those injuries affected her? Because it may have affected her more than someone else that has been injured. And not only that, what if someone else that's been injured has at least shown improvement and progress in the ring, compared to Cora, who has shown limited improvement in the ring, right? I'm not saying that this is the case, but what I'm saying is there will be a reason as to why they decided to let Cora go compared to other people, right? And I've got to think the injuries are the top deciding factor. And then, I don't know, it comes down to a decision, doesn't it? And maybe it just comes down to the fact of, well, they've got a stronger presentation, a stronger character. I think they've found themselves. I think there's some momentum there. I'm seeing some improvement. Not so much when it comes to Cora. And again, that's not us being like moody or nasty. I mean, bottom line is that she was released for reasons. They're not going to have just plucked her name out of a hat, are they? So trying to figure out what those reasons are is... well, a little bit fruitless because we'll never quite know. But I do definitely think in her regard, the injuries played a factor. If those injuries weren't there, I think they would have kept going with her. I think they would have kept trying. Because she had a bit of name value. She had a bit of momentum. They used her in some big stories. So she needs to go away. She needs to put that work in. She needs to stay injury-free. She needs to get some momentum. Ideally... new fresh coat of paint. I mean, don't forget when she was first in NXT, she was the skater girl. And then she's now become this kind of dark, moody woman. Yeah. She needs to go away and kind of figure out who she is, how she wants to present herself, get some momentum, build her following. And if she can do that, she'll find her way back in WWE, won't she? I mean, the only thing I'd say is she's still young, which is good. They liked her the first time, which is good. That means if she can go away, it means that they liked her enough in the past that they were interested to bring her in. So I can't see a reason if she goes away and does the work why they wouldn't look at her again. If you found your way to WWE, as long as you've not burnt any bridges, then I can't really see a reason if you don't go off and make a success of yourself. I can't really think of a reason as to why they wouldn't look at you again. So, yeah, you know, I wish her all the best. You don't want to see anyone lose their jobs, you know. But it is a fight. It is a fight. You are fighting in life to get whatever you can get. And when it comes to being a wrestler, you are fighting to get onto shows and to be booked just on the indie scene, yeah? If you have achieved that, then you're fighting to get into a big promotion. If you've achieved that, you're fighting to get used on TV. If you've achieved that, you're fighting to be a champion. If you've achieved that, maybe you're fighting to get into a bigger promotion. If you've achieved that, you're then fighting to try and get used on their TV. If you've achieved that, you're trying to fight to be... Do you know what I mean? It never stops. If you get signed by NXT, that is just the beginning of your journey, not the end. Not the end. Yeah, and if you get called up from NXT to the main roster, that is not the end. That is just the new beginning of your new journey. And so you're always working, always improving, always moving forward, always fighting, and they want to see that fight. And I don't want to question that fight in Cora. I don't want to question that because it could absolutely be there. But that is a side that we don't see. We only see what's on camera. We don't see what's behind the scenes. So... You know, it makes it so hard when it comes to why did they let this person go and they didn't let this person go. It's like, well, there's a lot of information and a lot of stuff. They spend a lot of time with these people, more time than we see. And so, you know, they're obviously going to make the best decision they think for the company. And so if they think this was the right move, they might have got it wrong. But if they think this was the right move, then obviously they'll have reasons for doing it. So, and a lot of that information just won't be visible to us. She had 2 bad injuries, said Boomers. It seems like she lost a bit of a step from there. And you know, that I wouldn't be shocked by that, but because really understandable. Bailey said she is not the same. And I know we've just spoke about like really fighting and applying yourself. She could have done that. In her case, it could be that the injuries means that she just lost a step. I really do not want to paint any inaccurate pictures. I'm brushing with broad strokes when I'm talking about these things. I'm not talking about just her. So in her case, it could be that it was the injury that just derailed her. But why people get released, there's a lot of information we don't see. We enjoy talking about our favourite WrestleManias. Do we have a favourite SummerSlam? Maybe a favourite match from SummerSlam, said I Am Philip. Well, when I think SummerSlam, buds, I always think Brett Bulldog, which is such a lazy answer. But I was not watching wrestling at that time. And my cousin got me into wrestling. He had a tape of Survivor Series 1992. And that is, to my knowledge, I mean, I could be wrong, I could remember incorrectly, but to my knowledge, that is the first show I ever see, Survivor Series 92. And I always say Bossman Nails was, you know, that's not the first match I see. The first match is going to be High Energy against Head Shrinkers because that's the first match on Survivor Series. So that would have been the first match and I would have been hooked. But that wouldn't have meant much to me because, you know, what's a head shrinker? What's a high energy person? Like, you know what I mean? But when I get to a police officer against a prisoner, that is obviously, you could be anywhere in the world, you could understand that, yeah? And as a kid, I was like, I don't understand. I don't know what this is. You're telling me that they have police officers fighting prisoners. And I think in that as well, the first one to get the nightstick could use it as well. So if the prisoner got the nails, it was nails, right? If he had got the nightstick, he could have started using it on the police officer. And I was like, I don't know what's going on. So he's allowed to hit him if he gets that. And it's like, mate, you've got me. You've got me. And by the time I'm seeing Undertaker, Kamala, I'm on the floor. I don't know what's going on. And it's a casket match as well. You win the match by putting your loser in the casket. I mean, as first shows go, we don't talk about Survivor Series 92 enough as being this bonkers show, which if you're a kid is like, just put it in my veins. Just put it straight into my veins. I am now a wrestling fan for life. So the reason why I say British Bulldog Bret Hart is not because it was in the UK and not because it's one of the best ever WWE matches, but I think that match and that show may have been the reason my cousin got into wrestling. And so if that is why my cousin got into wrestling, because obviously there was a big buzz about it being in the UK, that might have put it more. I've never spoke to him about it, so I genuinely don't know. But I could believe that there was a big buzz, big noise, people at school talking about it, SummerSlam being at Wembley. You know, that, of course, is going to drive extra interest. That's why they did it, to drive extra interest in the UK. So if that did get my cousin into it, he would have wanted to have shown me, yeah, like, you know, have you seen this? And by the time I'm getting to see it, it's Survivor Series, a few months later, yeah? So that inadvertently might have got me into wrestling, and I don't know. So it's hard to, you know, with the fact it was so amazing, the fact it was at Wembley, the fact that it was such an iconic match, the fact that that might be the reason I become a wrestling fan, inadvertently. It's kind of hard to give a different answer, really, even though it's a lazy one because I'm English and of course it makes sense to go for that show, but that's my honest answer. But I had that tape. Sean Rick Martel had no hitting in the face match, said I am Philip. Hannah said, do we see any of these returning? Baron Corbin, Rene Dupree, Billy Gunn, Sasha Banks. Honestly, it's hard to say, isn't it? I mean, Sasha, I think, is having a good time outside of the company. I think we would always welcome her back. Billy Gunn can come back. I don't know that he would wrestle unless he wants one last match, but I don't think he would have a run. But he'd always be welcome back because of the DX connection. Rene Dupree, no. And Baron Corbin, I don't know. He needs to, again, a new fresh coat of paint. He needs some momentum. He needs to go to that indie scene and he needs to get some momentum going. He needs to make that connection with the crowd. He needs to become undeniable, doesn't he? The problem is in WWE, I don't think he could really ever find his character. I don't think he'd ever find that right presentation. And unfortunately, I think that ended up losing him his job. And so now he's got to do it on the indie scene. And if he doesn't, I don't know that he'll find his way back because I don't think WWE could ever find it. And so if he doesn't find it, I think there's going to be a struggle. But you know what's not going to be a struggle? Saying goodbye. Mainly because I need to go and do Unseen. So I'm going to go and do that. So a big thank you for joining us. I know Evolve was okay. I really enjoyed that opening match, genuinely. But next week, we're going to crown the first women's champion. Really looking forward to that. So obviously next week's looking good. In fact, next week's looking so good. SmackDown is going to be really fun. We're in Tampa. Go home show for Saturday night's main event. Sunday, Battlegrounds. Monday, Raw. Tuesday, NXT. Wednesday, Evolve, where we crown the new women's champion. So we've got one day tomorrow to just rest up. And then we've got quite a good run this weekend when it comes to wrestling. So hopefully you'll be around and you'll be seeing plenty of me, my friends. And I'll be seeing plenty of you. So have a good evening. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Carla, thank you. I am Philip. Thank you. Calvin, thank you. Sonny Wolf, thank you. A. Jobson, thank you. Taker 1990, thank you. The 1 Minute Wrestler, thank you. Porky Pig, thank you. Hannah, thank you. Nick, thank you. Boomers for Life, thank you. Rare Breeds, thank you. Dishing out some thanks. Might be a new thing I do. Haven't decided yet. But appreciate the support as always. I'll see you next time.